welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. And I do see you guys out here, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and hope everybody's having a wonderful day and a great Thursday. Um, anyway, good morning, you guys. Again, I see you guys here, and appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. Welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for all survivors to share their journeys from across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge for all of us to learn. And if you haven't subscribed, my YouTube channel is Let's Talk Stroke, and I appreciate you guys that subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I go live on pretty much every social media page. Gonna see if I can remember them, but several Facebook pages, several YouTube, Twitter, which is X now, Twitch, LinkedIn. There's some other ones, but anyway, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. And this show this morning, welcome to May Stroke Awareness Month, and that's why I'm doing it. This is a big day for all of us that are going that have had a stroke or a brain injury. A lot of people have had a stroke from having some kind of a brain injury, a TBI, and they've also had strokes with it. So that is where I'm going with that. So again, good morning, and I do appreciate you guys being here. And please, again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please jump in, ask questions. And if, again, I don't know the answer, I will research it and try to find it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this show started. Well, good morning. Before I start, just say hi and good morning. If I missed you there, I apologize. And John Prince, doing good, and thank you for asking. And Doris, and again, I appreciate you guys here that are new to my show. I do my shows on Tuesday and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Central Time and 11 a.m. East Coast Time. I believe Pacific Coast Time is 8 a.m. And so if you get something out of this, awesome. And if you want to share this, maybe I thank you so much who is sharing this. I had my stroke, just to give you some kind of background for the ones that are new. I had my stroke October 19th, 2010. So this October, it'll be 14 years. Man, I mean, time does fly. I'm also doing therapy. No, not all the time. But I've been doing really occupational, speech, all the therapies, physical therapy, and I do go about 6 months a year. And pandemic, kind of got me complacent. Didn't do a whole lot, but trying to get back into it. What else? So that's kind of who I am. I was in banking prior. I've been doing this about 6 years, maybe a little more. Pretty awesome. I really enjoy it. But what else here? That's kind of all about for me. But let's see, John, Musong, Lynn, Serena, host, that's me. Kevin, both Kevins, and let's see, there's one here, it says never, okay, just reading other things. But anyway, today is, it started, May is Stroke Awareness Month, and I thought I would just talk something about that. So anyway, first of all, understanding a stroke. Does everybody understand what a stroke is? I didn't when I had mine. I just thought something, I've heard that the elderly have that. They just have that happen. And how naive of me. But now I totally understand a stroke. Just want to share and make awareness to everybody, which I'm sure you guys, if some of you that are new to stroke and don't understand what a stroke is let's see, a stroke is sometimes it's called a brain attack, which I don't know if I never really heard that back then, but stroke is called a brain attack. It occurs. Look at something I hear. It occurs when blood flow to a part of the brain is disrupted, either by a blockage, which is a ischemic stroke, um, or bleeding in the brain. That's what I had in the tissue, um, a hemorrhagic stroke. So by what else here? It's without oxygen and nutrients to the blood flow. Brain cells can really begin to die within minutes, like that. Um, I couldn't get the TPA, which I believe TPA is only for the having a ischemic stroke. But feel free to you know let me know what you think about all that. So there's different types of strokes. The main ones are ischemic, which I kind of went over there, which is a ischemic stroke caused by a blockage or a clot in the brain, in a blood vessel in there, supplying the brain, leading to reduced blood flow. Um, Hemorrhagic, which is one that I had, it's caused by bleeding in the brain tissue or spaces surrounding the brain, which it's often, which is kind of crazy. I never really knew about everything about that, but it's it is bleeding in the brain tissue, or spaces surrounding the brain, often due to rupture of a weakened blood vessels. Um, Risk factors, including high blood pressure. I don't even really know. Do you guys know what caused yours? Blood, um, high blood pressure, hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes, smoking, obesity, um, physical uh, inactivity. Did you know that? Or family history of a stroke. Age risk increases with age. Does that make sense? That's what that. And then symptoms of a stroke. Recognizing the signs of a stroke, I tell you, is totally crucial, um, for seeking medical attention like quickly. Um, Common causes could be. I mean, some of it's a little different. I'm going to look at some of these comments. Thank you, guys. Jana, and who else did I miss? Sid, nice to see you. Um, Doris, organically, Sharon. Um, let's see. I'll get to that there 1 minute here. But so weakness, sudden weakness in the face, which is I think most of us, not most, but weakness in the face, the arm or leg, especially on one side of the body, which mine is the right side. 13, 14 years, and I mean, from not walking or talking, things. I mean, can I just tell you, things do get better. I know that, like a year and a half after my stroke, one of my therapists told me that I've plateaued. This is how you're going to be for the rest of your life. Well, what? I'm like this? Couldn't really talk. It's a year and a half. I still couldn't really talk. It was in a wheelchair still, but anyway, that's something different. About this thing is about May, Stroke Awareness Month. So some of the, like I said, sudden weakness in one side or the other, confusion, big one for me. Confusion, trouble speaking, or difficulty understanding speech. Aphasia. Yeah, that's another thing we need to talk about is aphasia. Sudden trouble seeing out of both eyes. Um, and I was told yesterday, yeah, dissection, yes. I didn't know about stroke, aphasia before either. Yes, Lynette, yeah. I know, isn't that crazy? I don't want to get off track, but okay, having a stroke, I do get off track all the time. Um, let's see, sudden trouble walking, dizziness, loss of balance, or loss of coordination, loss of balance. I had that, and what happened to me? Not only did I have my stroke, I broke my hip. Had to get back in the wheelchair, and not anymore, but um, and all that. But my coordination, sudden severe headaches with no cause. Okay, I had that too. Um, okay, when you go to treatment um, of a stroke, first of all, it depends on the severity of your stroke. Um, but there is some blood there there is some clot busting medications for ischemic stroke. Yeah, I so the TPA. So it's kind of crazy. It will repair the blood vessels um, and rehab to help regain loss of skills, function, and then prevention. Um, Taking steps to reduce stroke is so important. I know this one. Maintain a healthy diet. I mean, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. Another one, physical activity, like really a lot of activity. Um, maintaining, managing your high blood pressure, cholesterol and diabetes. Quit smoking. I mean, there's so many things. So you quit smoking. I don't have to say me, but limiting alcohol consumption. You see, wow, that's my other thing. I went yesterday to my urology appointment. So limiting alcohol consumption, knowing your family history, um, risk factors through that. So, you know, understanding the stroke and its risk factors, empowering individuals to take proactive steps to protect their brain health. And if you do know, um, um, yes, I'll go right back to that. The question or um, the comments. And thank you so much for being here. And Lynette, thank you for being here too. Well, everybody, thank you. Prevention strategies. We'll go on to that. I just want to look at these comments here. But again, ask questions, make comments. Um, so sharing this, if people can be proactive measure beforehand, they can avoid it. Exactly, but I didn't know about stroke. Let's see, pull them up since, did you have surgery for your stroke? Sid, yes, it was, and the stress, oh wait, did you have surgery before? Oh, for your stroke. Yeah, not before. I've come to realize how important stroke awareness is. It happens to more people than imaginable. It is right. Every 40 seconds, someone has a stroke. I mean, who knew? That's something that's kind of crazy. And I know Lynn's, did I read yours? Yeah, about knew little about a stroke, knew nothing about aphasia. Same here. You know, I I don't know if anybody has done this, but when I started doing this show and stuff, and I met Dr. Karen, thank you, Lynette, Karen Sullivan. She asked, do you have records of all your stuff for your stroke? And so I ordered them. It was a thick thing of what do you call it? Paperwork. So I went through all of it, and I saw one of them. It said aphasia, but no one talked about it with me. It was on there. The doc put that in there, and then I started researching it, and then met Tom Broussard, Dr. Tom Broussard. Thank you guys for sharing it. I really appreciate it. Since it's May, Stroke Awareness Month, maybe if someone can get one thing out of this, it'll help somebody. I mean, we did our job. I know, Sharon, if people knew and I know you said that, proactive beforehand. Did I know? I knew nothing. I mean, nothing about it. But everybody that I've met through this stroke journey, doing the shows and just talking to people, wow, my gosh, it's helped me so much. And so I've learned about aphasia. I know I've talked about Dr. Tom Broussard, and him sharing all of his knowledge on aphasia awareness. And what is it? There's no loss of intellect, even though you feel like it is when you have a stroke. When you can't talk, you think, God, I'm like just a dummy now, but you really don't. I didn't know all that. So then we talk about prevention strategies. So adopting, yeah. If you didn't know before your stroke, um, I'd love to know that. And Sid, you're right, reduce stress. But during mine, I felt I had no stress, because I actually handle things pretty well. So what you need to do is managing high blood pressure, hypertension, which is a huge thing. Changing your lifestyle to prevent this. Now, I don't know. I don't think I would have changed anything because I thought I was woohoo in a good way. So managing high blood pressure, I'm taking a look over here. Stroke gets more members than a street game. Right on. I mean, not right on, but yeah. Jerry Chapman, nice to see you. I appreciate you being here. Sometimes the most physically fit person, as well as taking care of what you eat and drink. I know. I agree with you that, Jerry. 100%. Excuse me here. Let's see here. Neither did you. Okay. So decided to use stroke awareness to educate others to avoid this. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So managing high blood pressure. High blood pressure is probably the most important risk factor for stroke. Um, you got to monitor your blood pressure regularly. That's a good. I got it. Regularly. Well, try to say it more than once, and work with your healthcare provider, like your doctor or whoever, and to keep it within the healthy range through lifestyle changes, right? And if it's necessary, medication. Your doc. That's who you seek out for that. So that's a big thing because I know my wife. She has a blood pressure machine. When we go in the car, I mean, it goes wherever, ever. Um, Another one too, which I thought I did all this. I didn't monitor my blood pressure because when I go to the doctor, they did it. No one ever said anything, so I don't even know really if that's it. Um, this one, always, unless I was traveling, eat a healthy diet. Another massive thing. Focus on a diet I know rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins. Getting this all. Limit saturated fats, which I knew that. Trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, big thing in this house. No, I mean, sodium, I mean, we look at, and no added sugars. So they say it's follow a healthy diet such as the DASH diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Man, I just can't figure it all out when I didn't realize about stroke. I ate healthy, but man, there's nothing like a good, when you're traveling in a car or wherever, McDonald's burger. I know no one in my family, they think I'm kind of crazy. I don't eat now, but I mean, a fish fillet. Wow. I mean, did I like those? Absolutely. Not anymore. I mean, I do like them, but I've got to really watch it now. I mean, to prevent another one. So a good diet can help lower your stroke. And here's another one, which I always maintain. I thought I was maintaining it good. Manage a healthy weight, right? Your weight. So being overweight or obese increases the risk of stroke. Aim for a healthy weight through a balanced diet and regularly um, physical activity, which there was times in my life I was at 40 years old, I was in such good shape. That's probably my best shape. Uh, so you got to engage regular physical activity to improve your cardio health and lower your stroke risk. Aim for at least, this is what they say, aim for at least 150 minutes moderate intensity aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous intense exercise in a week. Um, so muscle strength, that's another one too, 1 or 2 times a week. Um, so you don't really need to just be going crazy, you know, but anyway, quit smoking. I know smoking, as you know, damages the blood vessels, which increases the risk of stroke. If you smoke, I know it's not easy as possible, you guys. So some people, they say quit smoking like right away, as soon as possible. I know people have, uh, you get addicted to it. So quit immediately. Some people can quit cold turkey, but a lot of people, I understand, um, limit alcohol consumption, hmm, uh, manage diabetes. I guess go to your doctor and find out if you're a risk for that. Let's see, what did I miss here? Sometimes there's not a reason. I know I have, this is Lynette Taylor. Nice to see you as always. As well, everybody. Um, uh, there's no reason. I do have disorder, okay, but it's not a risk by itself. Yeah, I caused my stroke. I'm kicking myself. This is from Dustin, which his name is Cody. Good to see you, along with everybody else. Kick yourself in the ass as I'm listening to you right now. Listen, I totally understand. I know, but it'll prevent you. Well, I can't say that for sure, but it'll try to prevent you from having another stroke if you manage all this stuff here. So I'm with you there about, I think about that all the time too. Try not to, but it does. So no to McDonald's. I know, Sharon. I totally know. I'm saying it was the past. I did. Um, Dustin, yeah, highlights 2020. Hindsight, yeah, 2020. I'm with you there, Sharon. McDonald's. So I know processed food. No, not even like when I was little. Going to my mom used to make me bologna sandwiches, bologna cheese and mayonnaise. Wow, I love those. This okay. I was 15, 16. I don't know what I was. Marcy, good to see you. So you got to manage. I'm trying to keep. I have a list that I didn't write. I type it in to research these findings here. So manage your diabetes, especially if your blood sugar levels are poorly controlled. You need to monitor your blood sugar levels regular, regularly. So if you have a treatment plan by your healthcare provider, your doctor, or somebody, maintain it. Stick to lifestyle choices. Just try and look at those. Control your cholesterol. Another one. So many people have high cholesterol, so that leads to plaque buildup. So there's some things because I did research on the cholesterol. I mean, really, I didn't take any meds when I was before my stroke, none. So I had so now it's a big thing now. I go in and get blood panels. Does anybody go get blood panels on a regular basis? Because I do. So cholesterol, that leads to building up plaque. Uh, it builds up in your vessels, so increases the risk of stroke. That I know that. So you really need to manage those, and that's part of a good diet and a good what's it called? Good physical activity. So you need to manage that. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm not saying this like to you guys well, I am saying it to you guys, but just this is part of risk of having a stroke or another one. Um, AFib. I know. Does anybody have AFib? Does anybody feel like, because sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll feel like my heart beating, and I keep thinking, okay, I'm awake now. So I think, oh my gosh, I need to go see a cardio just because of that. So irregular heartbeat, that can cause risk of a stroke, cause another stroke. So again, go to your cardiologist. That's what I've done that just because I felt that and I had no risk of it. I mean, I just thought I did, but I went there and I didn't need meds for that, which is good. And then another good one for us, we do here is we go to the doctor regularly. That's just a big thing for monitoring um, your overall health. I had appointment for you get older, you guys. I'm sure I'm not telling you something you don't know, but what do you call it? Certain ages, colonoscopies. Well, okay, I don't know. This is a gross thing we're talking about. But that's just part of it. So I went and had no issue 10 years ago. Went in yesterday. Well, I had 3 polyps. So they did their thing and sent off to the, I guess, lab, and that's what so we'll see what that's all about. So by adopting these kind of prevention strategies and making good life style choices, I mean, you're really going to reduce your stroke risk significantly. So really, you need to prevent or promote overall cardio health. I would say what it's supposed to say, but cardiovascular health. There you go. So Jerry Chapman, you had AFib and a pacemaker to prove it. Yeah, and yeah, Kevin, getting old is not for the wimps. It's not. I know, Kevin Loftus. I know that. I just made a cardiologist appointment. Good for you, man. Or me, Sharon. Sorry, but I totally understand. Yeah, you got to stay on top of your health care, like you said. Uh, I'm Chris Robert Brady. Great to see you, sir. Yes, and Rob, did I just miss you? I'm sorry. But anyway, nice to see you guys. If there's some people that are like out here that are I can't see because I'm not on my phone. I usually have my phone here so I can see who's watching, which is fine. And if you're watching, thank you so much for watching and going over, stroke and what the risks are, prevention. So anyway, there's I could go on and on. There is one. So here's one: stroke rehab and recovery. Don't be sorry. Robin Martinez is here in the house. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you being here. I know I was told my chair, and you know who it is. Here's my squeaky chair. I know it's a chair, but and it actually is pretty comfortable. So stroke rehab and recovery is essential. Remember that. Remember that. This is essential. Like I said earlier, I hope I'm making sense. Um, um, Stroke rehab and recovery are essential components to stroke recovery process of having a stroke. And here's kind of an overview and key aspects of stroke rehab and recovery. I mentioned this the last time I did a show like this, not like this, on May is Stroke Awareness Month. I didn't do this, but anyway, this one is really important because this is something I approach. Multidisciplinary, said it, approach, which is stroke rehab. It typically involves how many? I know I use my hands a lot. So did someone say that? No, I did. Um, it really includes healthcare professionals like a psychiatrist. You gotta say it. Some people are afraid to ask, but it's okay. Uh, Psychiatrists, neurologists, PTs, OTs, uh, speech language pathologists, which in the beginning That wasn't me. I was perfect. Well, I thought I was, but I wasn't. I mean, I was told many times, but I just said, no, I can talk fine. I understand. Well, I really didn't. After when they started recording me with a recorder, oh man, that make no sense, right? Well, for me it didn't when I heard, and I didn't like the fact that my therapist told me, the speech therapist said, just want to let you know you will be well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how he said it, but you will be losing your job. That in that way, not that way, but and guess what? He was right. I wish I could say, but I can't say right now. So you need your team needs to like collaborate together to address all these needs of us. A stroke survivor, I'm putting, um, and it'll actually maximize your recovery potential. Because I mean, trust me, well, you know that everyone is different. There's not one stroke alike. I mean, I know that from the hundreds and hundreds of interviews. I mean, I keep track of them on just on YouTube. How many people, how many interviews there were, and it may not be interviews or maybe shows, but anyway. So the talked about the multidisciplinary approach, which is all your healthcare professionals, and then you do your individualized stroke survivor treatment plan. So it's based on a comprehensive assessment, the physical, cognitive, emotional, and social functioning, and may involve over time progress is made. So remember that in physical therapy, I think we know that what physical therapy is. Serena, good to see you. Watching you. Oh, I know. Should I not? Tell me if I should use my hand or not. But believe it, I do that. But people, a big this YouTube guy, and I don't know why, but he told me he's a I don't know, he's probably 100. I don't know how many followers he's got, a ton. But he uses his hands. I thought, oh, but I use my hand just because I use my hand. Okay, Serena. So PT, works with your, for me, lower extremity, um, like, well, your mobility, your strength, your balance, your coordination, overall physical functioning, use of different exercise, stretching, manual techniques, assistive devices. I mean, I'm thinking of things that I have used. Stretching. I don't do enough stretching. I mean, hardly any, but I know it's good. Okay, thank you. I I don't I know stretching is so important, but I don't really do a lot of stretching. Okay, I am working out, but I'm like I said in the beginning of the year, I am working out. Not like I did last year. I work out, but I didn't as much as I should have. So I am using my hands. Try to keep your heart around 100 with exercise. Oh, hey, Lynette, talk to my daughter. She's 30. One of my daughters. She's 30 something. She's a workout guru, and she said she gets her heart rate up to close to 170, 180, but then she's back to the normal. I mean, she does intensive workout. So thought I'd throw that out there. But I know 100. I know mine goes up a little more than that. And when I go to therapy, they tell me they don't want me to go over 120. But good for you that you keep it around 100. So assistive devices, regain motor skills. And then I know you want to have an independent activities, right, in your daily living. So then I go from a PT to OT, um, occupational therapy. For some of you that are, Chandra, good to see you. Hands. Um, so I started doing it again, which I didn't like. I'm not complaining, but I kind of am. Fine motor skills. I don't know how you guys feel about the fine motor skills. I had one therapist told me, okay, let's work on cooking with your affected hand. Okay. I mean, I went through it and tried to do it. I didn't. I mean, I just kind of, I think, I kind of gave up on the cooking. I'm not going to cook with my affected hand and make a complete mess and breaking things. So, so I don't do that. But I do, like, if you go to the store and stuff, I'll use my right hand and squeeze to hold a plastic bag. Um, but then I gotta remember not to open my hand. Those little things. You mean I never thought of thinking about that before my stroke. Anyway, so you have to modify, right? Modify your home environment, which we did for me. We kind of we put it back on the carpets. We had carpets on the hardwood floors, and I tripped on. That's why I broke my hip. But anyway, it's another one. Um, you didn't give up. You didn't give up, did you? No, Jerry. What? Let's see. You didn't give up, did you? No. Okay. Well, not at all. I can't. I'm doing it, but the fine motor skill, like in this hand, to do like little. What do you call that? Um, Picking up the pins, putting in there. I know. Okay. We won't get into that one. But then speech, speech therapy, right? That stuff. I actually like it now, right? So that's so speech therapy, that addresses so many things like your speech. Well, duh, your speech, um, communication, difficulty swallowing, your cognitive impairments. So our therapist works on that. So then cognitive rehab. So the other things. Okay, here's another one. Emotional and psychological support. I was embarrassed to even talk about that, but not anymore. That's something that we go through, like the grief, the frustration. So you have to deal with counselors, social workers, supporting coping strategies, which there's so many for that. Community integration. That was one. Does anybody have a raise your hands? Does anybody have a problem with getting back into the rehab back into the community? you know were you embarrassed that you had the stroke? I'm just talking about me, but or you. So going into like the grocery store, someone says, oh, did you hurt yourself? And the first in the beginning used to say is, yeah, yeah, I had a stroke. Oh, you don't look like you had a stroke, you're too young. Not really, because now I what I know now that I didn't know before, anybody can have a stroke. um, have a gal that's coming up on my show. She's 26 now. She had a stroke at 2 years old. Wow, can you believe that? 2 years old. So getting back into the community is where I was at. So how did I do it? I did it with I had education through like you guys. Um, how I learned all this. I mean, it's just an incredible getting back into the community, going to stroke support groups. In the beginning, I don't know you guys, I didn't like it, but I I'm totally into it now. I love to go to a stroke support group and talk to people. Um, support, and another one is support other guys, other people, other women, not guys, but you know what I mean. Um, um, Leisure activities. So and that's now and then I have another one. Um, is supportive care. Talk to your nurses, talk to your therapist, talk um, to figure out how it's going to monitor and manage your medical needs. That's something I always do. Um, Sharon, I did initially, but more comfortable out in public. I'm right. That was me. Totally knew that I was, not for the to deal with all that. But anyway, and then another one. Did you go by yourself? Um, was it going by myself um, to the support group and stuff? Yes, I did. In the beginning, I didn't go. If that's what you're talking about, Robin, I did go to the support groups um, in the beginning because I couldn't drive. Now I go, I go by myself, and I love it. I go there. At first, I'm a little nervous just because it depends how many people are in the support group. there, because most of the ones that I go to, they're caregivers there too, and they're more newbies. Newbies. In the beginning, she did. Robin, yes, she she did go with me, but now she doesn't go. It's just really me because uh, because I really love it. I mean, yeah, she does. She's not. She's more of a extrovert, introvert. I'm an extrovert. Am I saying the right words right? Yeah. So, um, are you still on any anti-anxiety depression meds? No, I'm not. Um, but there's a reason why someone told me, because of my, I'm not any now. I'm on 14, coming up on October 19th. It'll be 14 years post stroke. So that's what I'm not. Sometimes I wish I was on it, and I have a son that's on because of it. He was in Iraq and all the worst war stuff, so he's on that. Um, so I don't take it, but I was on it. But I'll tell you what, this is me because every stroke is different. You're all different. Um, I was on. I don't know the depression or anxiety medicine I was on. Man, I was having seizures right and left because with that, and I never knew. I finally went to my pharmacist. So if you guys haven't, this is what I suggest. When you when you're getting your meds, and if you go to the pharmacist and you think, I don't need to have what do you call it? Not an eval, a consultation. Do it and ask them, does it interfere with any of my meds, other meds? Well, I did. I'm on a Keppra. I'm on a lot of it. 3,000 milligrams to prevent seizures because I've always been on it. So I ended up, it interferes with my medicines was interfering to that med, and I had seizures. I had a lot of seizures. I was like a pro at seizures. I did a show once on like I know how to deal with seizures. Um, let's see. So you take blood thinners. I can't, Lynette. I cannot take blood thinners because I had a hemorrhagic stroke, and so I don't. Yeah. Now, okay, I understand. I'm just listening right here to Lynette's message here. So thank you for messaging you guys all there. Um, Heart rate too high. The exercise is so important. Yeah, I know, me too. But my daughter's friend found a bike on uh, um, a bike, like a three-wheel, like yeah, I had one too, and I bought on Amazon as well. I ended up selling it because it had one speed and not a good turning radius. But anyway, there are some good ones out there. You can figure it out, or get on your Nextdoor app. If anybody has a Nextdoor app, you can find some killer deals. And you guys, I know I'm squeaking here, but support groups. And another one here. I picked family and caregiver education. Good one here. So there's so many rehab involved. Well, you guys know rehab. It really involves uh, educating our family, right? The members. That's a big thing. Caregivers, the support, the survivor's condition treatment plan. We all need to. We all had to be. We all had to know that. I mean, we all need to know that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lynette. And there's strategies, right, to provide support, assistance. Caregivers, as we all know, provide a vital role in recovery. Um, and it benefits, it'll benefit from training, support services. I mean, there's so many other things. So you need to do them. And okay, so another one. I don't know how far I've been going here. Okay, we're getting close here. But the rehab and recovery from a stroke, right? And I know this, and stick with it. Don't get complacent. I mean, I've gone through a couple little times when it was complacent. Um, oh gosh, so um, early initiation, and get on it right away. Rehab, it really, I don't know how yours was. My rehab started. I was in ICU for 9 days. Tracked me right over to the rehab facility, inpatient. I was there 2.5 months. So um, right there, shoved me in the bed. You know, not obviously, but I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. Right there, got in there, did all the paperwork. I guess got me in there. I mean, really, first day, you're in rehab, right? I mean, the rehab, right? It typically, as soon as your medical condition is stable, and I guess I don't know, because when I did my therapy, I had to have everything hooked up to me, and I was still doing therapy. Like walking with the harness on, couldn't walk. They're both therapists on both sides of the feet, moving my legs. I mean, moving my legs to walk. So getting back like neuroplasticity. So that's why you're doing that. I mean, that's a huge thing. So early initiation rehab helps to prevent complications, promotes neuroplasticity, um, to like your brain to ability to reorganize and form new connections, right? Optimize recovery outcomes. And then, like I said earlier, multidisciplinary approach. So rehab with all um, your therapist, your doctors, psychologists, all that. So that's a good one. Multidisciplinary, all the things that I think I've covered on that earlier. Um, Another one, this is a pretty cool one because I've done a lot of research. If you guys have been watching, um, innovations in stroke treatment. Let me see. I know I missed one. Jerry, why can't you take blood thinners if you had a hemorrhagic stroke? You know, it's because well, let's see. I don't know. You know what? Who wants to Google that? How about that one? I'm just getting bass in the buck. Do you? Yes. Lynn, Jerry, I'll get that to you. But um, blood thinners, you got me. I used to know. I I'll forget one that. And so, Lynn, Jerry, do you still take Keppra? Yes, I take 3,000 milligrams, 15 in the morning, 15 in the evening. Exactly. Because you know, I know I don't want to take it to me, but when I went to one of my neurologists, well, one told me he referred me because I have epilepsy too because of the dumb stroke, and so the epileptic doctor says, well, we're going to have you stay for the weekend. I have two options. I'm going to take all your medication off, like right now. He told me, come to our office and you'll stay the weekend and let's see how many seizures you have. Well, guess what? I never even showed up to that appointment because I don't have to do that. Then my doctor says, well, let's put I think it's called an RNA. I'm not sure. And they put something in your chest, like a pacemaker type thing, and they go wire it right up to your brain somewhere in there, and it's supposed to recognize when you're going to have seizure. It like stops it. I don't know the technical stuff about that with that. So so Serena, because you're more at risk for bleeds. Okay, let's here we go. Thank you, Jerry. There we go. Serena, thank you so much. I always count on you to do this because you're at more risk for bleeds. You don't want thin your blood when you have. Man, this is pretty freaking awesome that you know this and did your research on this. Brain bleeds. Wow, this is so cool that you guys know. I mean, I should know, right? I mean, do this stuff, but thank you so much for that. I'm brain bleeds. Yes, Michelle, thank you. And let's see. I'm bringing it up. If you guys don't want me to bring, well, everybody can see the comments anyway. So your wife, Cody, there, has changed the way we eat, but I can't taste food. You know what? I remember that you said that. Yeah, bummer because I love my wife's cooking. Yeah, I remember that last we talked. Beg to differ. This is so funny. But let's see here. Let's wait. I know, messing with. But so anyway, going back to this right here. So this is so cool because I've done a lot of if you've been following me for years or well, I do a lot of what do you call it? Like innovations. How's that? Like to stroke treatment, like it does improve and give your quality of life for a stroke better. So like mechanical thrombectomy, mechanical. There's a lot of things you can do to prevent this, like telestroke medicine. There's a lot of things, but like video conferences. But I use a lot of equipment, and like I'm reaching out to so many other companies that sell or rent equipment that can help with your just your recovery and your arms and your legs. You know, I know a lot of people wear like other types of things like, well, I'll say for me, since I do still wear an AFO and it helps. Um, so like that, and then what else? Uh, Other like exploring. There's so many researchers out there that are exploring various equipment, right, to prevent so many different recovery with what do you call it? Like I don't want to use the names now of the other companies, um, but offline I'd be glad to talk to anybody unless they're promoting or sponsoring me, us, just trying to get all going. So that's why listening to you every day or every week keeps me in check. Cody, you're good, man. I thank you, brother. I like it. There's so many therapies out there that there's actually mobile stroke units out there. I don't know if people know that. There's mobile stroke units that they're specialized ambulances. It's kind of crazy, huh? Equipped with advanced imaging technology, point of care laboratories, lab, laborator, laboratories. Um, so they can help stroke patients, um, in for point of care equipment testing. Like I mentioned earlier, go get um, um, labs. If you don't do them, get panels, labs. I do them. I try to do them every 6 months, just because things change. I mean, like yesterday, I was told I don't eat enough fiber. And he said that's a huge thing. Like, all right, here go back to the colonoscopy thing. You see, he sees not tears. What's it called? Something in the wall. I don't know. But anyway, he tells that I need to eat more fiber. I thought I was. So anyway, that was a big deal there. Um, um, there's what do you call it? Okay, that's what I was talking about. Monitoring and rehab, digital devices, technologies like wearable devices, mobile applications, remote monitoring platforms. Um, like I'll use Bioness. I used to use that all the time until I broke it. There's so much technology out there that can help you out there. What else? What else? Because I know I'm down to the about to the end here. Yeah. I'm trying. What did I want to go over? Last thing is community resources and support. Um, I do. This is my thing to go to support groups out there. I do that all the time. Local support groups. They give opportunities for stroke survivors, let's go brain injury survivors, and the caregivers to connect with other people that understand like when I talk to you guys, I understand what you're going through. You understand what I'm going through. Caregivers know what caregivers are going through. It's so the thing with this, you share experiences, share information, and provide emotional support, like for a caregiver or to a brain injury survivor. Those are huge things that we need to. You guys need to really get into that because it helps me tremendously. Uh, and they're usually like done by or facilitated by what are they by usually healthcare professionals, but I like doing it because I've been through and going through stroke, so that's why I go doing these because it really does helped me out, and I hope it helps them. And I've been told it does help them a lot, and it's really great. I've been told, Mike, I don't know if you're here, Mike Megan. He provided me with a a can't think of it, like a guide type thing of that I present a present a what a stroke is, especially the newbies who haven't know all the things about stroke that we've gone through. So it really does. Um, so I got that, changed some of the wording to meet me, and it really made a huge difference to them. So you share your experiences, information, emotional support. Um, what else on that? And yeah, I usually do it. I do it. I like the ones doing it in person. Um, but then it's like this. We do them in a not a spreadsheet. It's a peace out, Brad. Um, um, it's a we turn the page. Come on, an outline sheet, similar, but we I sit there and put it on a screen, and then go to the next page. I can't believe it. I don't know it. I wish there were more. Yes, well, yeah, I remember you talking about that. So yeah, so stroke. You deal with the stroke associations and foundations, but oh, I can't think of it. But anyway, that's kind of like I hopefully got something on that. But um, what was the last thing? I can't think. Rehab centers, clinics. That's where I go to talk to my stroke groups there. What else there? There are home health services. There are. Oh, and I do have something that was a caregiver support group. So I get blood work done every 6 months. Me too. Yeah, with doctor every 6 months. Then it's the awesome thing to do. Um, let's see. I know there's community stroke heart walks. I know we have them here, but how far can you? Well, I know they have a 3K or something, and I go, but they're still, for me, it's tiring. I mean, it's just that's me. There are transportation services for you out there. What else? Um, let's see what else is there. There's so many different programs out there that can help. Um, um, but anyway, I do have an outline that can help, and I will share that what I had. Um, but I just want to go over all those things that because it is May is Stroke Awareness Month, and I wanted to kind of cover that. So I really appreciate you guys as always being here. Um, last thing, I keep saying last thing, but no, this is it. Community education and outreach programs. I love to go to other, I think I told you, other like stroke support groups, and that's how I end. That can help some. I just want to help one person. If someone got one thing out of this, I'm all over it. So last thing, any last words here? Thank you guys for being here. Matt, thank you all. I really do appreciate it. It makes me happy you guys just show up. Um, um, like regularly, and I thank you. I want to thank too also is all the new people that I saw out here. Thank you to see new people from um, all over chiming in here. Yeah, that makes a big difference. If we can just change someone's life or just help somebody, I mean, I'm all over it. So you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on Tuesday. And again, if you would like to be on my show, just please reach out to me. If you've been on the show, and I know some people have, and I'd love to have you back on again, and we'll share updates. So thank you for diligently. I thank you so much, and tell your family hi, and I appreciate you being here. So again, we'll talk